The following is a partial list of South Africa-related topics. Those interested in the subject can monitor changes to the pages by clicking on related changes in the sidebar. History of South Africa. Events Jan van Riebeek. History of Cape Colony. Xhosa Wars. Mafeking. Great Trek. Zulu War. Boer Wars. Pretoria Convention. History of Apartheid. Sharpeville Massacre. Rivonia Trial. Crime of Apartheid Convention. Other events related to apartheid. South African Border War. Military history of South Africa. Historical groups. Azanian People's Liberation Army. Democratic Party. Dutch East India Company. National Party. Umkhonto we Sizwe. Places Bantu stands Bofa Botswana. Ciskei. Kwakwatranskei. Cape Colony. History of Cape Colony. Robben Island. Landmarks Karoo. Table Mountain. Drakensberg. Rivers of South Africa. Protected areas of South Africa. Miscellaneous Union of South Africa. South African Republic. South African History Project. History of South African wine. Apartheid. List of shark attacks in South African territorial waters. Immorality Act. Trekkers. Governor-General of the Union of South Africa. Concentration camp. Politics. Politics of South Africa. Offices. Parliament of South Africa. President of South Africa. State President of South Africa. List of Presidents of South Africa. List of Prime Ministers of South Africa. Legislation. Constitution of South Africa. South African nationality law. Policy. Foreign relations of South Africa. Parties. List of political parties in South Africa. International associations. African Union. Commonwealth of Nations. Miscellaneous flag of South Africa. Coat of arms of South Africa. The national anthem of South Africa. Truth and Reconciliation Commission. BORMAG. Economy. Gambling in South Africa. Water supply and sanitation in South Africa. Labour. Congress of South African Trade Unions. Culture. Afrikaner Calvinism. Culture of South Africa. Cinema of South Africa. Dance. Khoi mythology. Kwaito. Ladysmith Black Mambazo. List of Afrikaans language poets. List of radio stations in South Africa. List of South African artists. List of South African poets. Noonie stick fighting. Popular culture. South African Broadcasting Corporation. South African Heraldry. South African Scout Association. Television in South Africa. South African wine. Language and ethnicity. Demographics of South Africa. Languages of South Africa. Afrikaans language. English language. Noonie languages. Southern Ndebele language. Swati language. Xhosa language. Zulu language. Sotho languages. Sotho language. Northern Sotho language. Swana language. Venda language. Songa language. Zulu language. Bantu languages. Khoisan languages. Afrikaner. Basotho Bakona. Bataung Batlokoa. British diaspora. Coloured Cape Coloureds. Jewish South Africans. Khoisan. Venda. Xhosa people. Zulu people. Click consonant. Geography. Geography of South Africa. List of cities in South Africa. Provinces of South Africa. National parks. List of rivers of Africa. Mountain passes of South Africa. Cape of Good Hope. Clan William. Drakensberg. Kalahari Desert. Table Mountain. Tugela Falls. Soweto. Fish River. Orange River. Tugela River. Marine geology of the Cape Peninsula and False Bay. Persons. Neil Agard. Tatamkulu Africa. Orchumau. Steve Biko. Peter Willem Botha. J.M. Coetzee. Mahatma Gandhi. Frederick Willem de Klerk. Krotoa. Paul Kruger. Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Nelson Mandela. Mark Mathaban. Govan Mbeki. Thabo Mbeki. Lillian Ngoyi. Raymond MHLABA, Harry Oppenheimer, Jan van Riebeek, Charles Robert Swart, Shaka, Walter Cicero, J.G. Stridham, Charles Robert Swart, Oliver Tambo, Desmond Tutu, B.J. Vorster, J.R.R. Tolkien. Education. List of universities in South Africa. Flora, Fynbos King Protea, Veld, Clan William Cedar, Real Yellowwood, the National Tree, Rooibos. List of Southern African indigenous trees. Fauna, Blue Crane, Oryx, Bontebok and Antelope in general, Quagga, institutions and AMP groups, Pollsmoor, Treatment Action Campaign, South African Council for the Architectural Profession, South African Heritage Resource Agency, South African Human Rights Commission, Sports, Springbok Rugby Team, Soaring Society of South Africa, South African Chess Championship, South African Football Association, 2010 FIFA World Cup, category, competitions in South Africa, companies, Anglo-American, BHP Billiton, Eskom, Etruscan Resources, Gumba Resources, list of radio stations in South Africa, Velafanda Group, Richards Bay Minerals RBM, Sasol, South African Airways, Standard Bank of South Africa, Telkom, Transnet, Blue Train, Freight Dynamics, Petronet, Protecon Shosholos are male South African port operations SAPO Transnet Freight Rail Transnet Rail Engineering, Miscellaneous. MP Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Krugerrand, Iron Ore in Africa, Platinum in Africa, Pretoria Wireless Users Group, Titanium in Africa, Transportation in South Africa, HIV/AIDS in South Africa, Scorched, South Africa's Changing Climate,